What is up, guys? Dylanrhyne here, bringing you another episode of Dylan's AdventureCraft. Hope you guys are having a mind-tastic day today. I'm having a great day. So, in the last episode, we worked on the forest over here with the apiary, the oak and birch forest, and the spruce forest, and got all of that looking good in here. I got some good feedback on this video. People saying certain things about, you know, foxes and wolves. Wolves will attack foxes. Don't worry about that. I've got all that figured out. Once we get all of our animals and we're ready to go to put those in here, I've got an idea for that. So don't worry about that. But I do appreciate the feedback and reminding me of those things like that too, because that really does help. So I appreciate that. But today, guys, we are taking a break from the zoo. Aww. I know. Sad face. Sad face. But it's okay. It's okay. We're going to take a break. We'll probably be back here in the next episode. But yeah, I want to take a break. There's something else that I want to do that is going to help us out in the long run, and we're going to need it for Zoo Island, or I'm sorry, Animal Paradise, which is what we're calling it now. We got a new name, Animal Paradise. That is right, Animal Paradise. So, let me know in the feedback on that, but someone commented about that, and I thought that was a pretty good name, so we're going with that. But to start off this episode, before we get into doing what I want to do, there's something that we need to address, and that is our redstone. If we look in here, we're looking pretty sparse on a couple things, right? Like these should not be in there. I want to update this a little bit. I want to add some more stuff. We don't have any repeaters. We don't have no comparators. We have no sticky pistons. We have no dispensers, hardly any redstone besides the ore. So I want to address that really fast, and I think we are going to start off there for today. Before we work on that other build, that is, I just want to get those boxes all good to go for when we need redstone, which we will need for our next build. Alright, so we are back over here at the mega base. We have not been here for a while. But yeah, so we want to work on these two shulker boxes here. Actually, technically just this one. This one's just rails and redstone, and we don't need those right now. But we do want to work on this. So, we do have sticky pistons. Okay, but we need more pistons. I'm going to take some of this stuff out of here. We need more repeaters, more torches, more redstone blocks. A few more buttons, a bunch more chests, more comparators, some dispensers. Probably not too worried about the target blocks, some more observers, stuff like that. So I'm going to go through this and get as much stuff as I can in here, up to a stack pretty much. And that way we'll be ready to go for what we're going to work on for this episode. There we go. Look at that chest, that shulker box. This is looking good. So we've got pretty much everything we're ever going to need and everything that we're not going to need. The only thing that's not full is the target blocks because we don't have a wheat farm currently. We need to fix that at some point. But we got levers, stone buttons, regular wood buttons, stone pressure plates, heavy weighted pressure plates, light weighted pressure plates, comparators, repeaters, torches, slime blocks, sticky pistons, droppers, dispensers, observers, tripwire hooks, string, hoppers, chests, fences, or fence gates, I'm sorry. We got iron trapdoors, redstone blocks, obsidian, note blocks, target blocks, and TNT. So that is pretty much everything we're ever going to need. And everything we're not going to need, because a bunch of those things I really don't use, but I went ahead and put them in there anyway, just in case. Actually, I want that one back. I want to put that one in there. But yeah, so that is it for the redstone there. Now what I want to do is meet you guys over at the area that we're actually going to be working at today. There's a few things that I do need to gather up before I do that, so I'm going to do that really quick, and then I'm going to meet you guys over there at the area. So I'm pretty sure I have all of the items that I need to build this farm here. Now, first off, my voice sounds a little weird is because this is the next day and it is the morning and I'm kind of stopped up a little bit. But yeah, so this is the area we're in. This is actually not that far from the mega base. The mega base is that way and the library is that way. So not too far, but this is the area we're going to be working with today. And I've kind of mapped out a couple things here. So what we're going to be building is 3 micro farms. Now, some people consider a micro farm to be a very small farm that kind of does bone meals and produces a whole lot of that certain type of item. That's not really what I'm considering this to be a micro farm. To me, a micro farm is more or less just a smaller farm, right? Smaller farm, not really AFKable. Smaller farm that you have to do the stuff yourself, right? So that's what I'm kind of considering to be a micro farm. And the micro farms that we're going to be making today are right here. We're going to have cocoa beans, we're going to have vines, and over there we're going to have bamboo. So first off, I think we're going to go ahead and start working on the inside of this. So I've got some jungle logs here. What we need to do is bring this up. Now, there is going to be some redstone underneath this, so we got to get rid of this water somehow, right? And I do have a bunch of this grass and stuff, but I don't think it's going to be enough. So I think I'm going to have to come over here and get some more grass, and plus it's about to be nighttime. So I should probably make a bed. Sheeps? Any sheeps? Any sheeps? I don't see any sheep. That's alright. I've got to get all of that water out of there. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Kind of build up just a little bit of the farm. We'll come back and I'll kind of explain everything as we're doing it. Alright, so I've gotten all the water removed here and I've decided to build this up one more block just so we can do a little bit more decoration on the outside. You'll understand that in a minute. Now, so I'm going to build one farm with you guys. The other 2 are a little more in depth, so I'm going to build those and then go over them afterwards. But the one that we're going to be building is the vine farm. We're going to be building the vine farm first. So now, as you probably know, the vine farm is fairly simple. It's nothing crazy, right? So this is where our floor level is going to be. So we're going to take some jungle logs and we're going to come up and we're going to build this. This is a 11 long, so 11 all the way down to this point. And then it is going to be 5 tall, and then we'll have the ceiling. So fairly simple, fairly easy. Then all you've got to do is take some vines, and I'm going to do this from up here just because it's going to be easier. You just place them here at the top like this, and you'll just wrap this all the way around. Now we only had, I think, like 16 or something like that, so obviously we won't have enough, but as they grow we will be able to place more here, and then whenever they get done, then we can just shear them off. So fairly simple. I've got someone that's coming after me here. Okay, you're just gonna get really close. That's cool. I was gonna get my bow out and, you know, we could have a duel, but yeah, that's fine. That's fine. If you want to die that way, go for it. Go for it. But yeah, so that's a fairly simple build for the vine farm. Like I said, it is kind of an AFK method. Like, you've got to stand there and wait for it to happen, but you still got to do it. Like, AFK means you're away from the keyboard, stuff will happen, and it will be collected for you. So it's not really an AFK farm. That's why I'm kind of considering it a micro farm. So that is pretty much done with that. Now, what I do want to do is kind of just go over a couple things here. First off, let's see, here they are. So the beehives are actually going to be our floor. Yeah, I am excited for this. I need my axe because that is not the way that I want to put that. Let me grab my axe. Here we go. But yeah, so the beehives are going to be our floor, and I think they look really good. I think it looks like a plank type of thing, right? So if I place it like this, that should be correct. Yes, it is. I want it to go that way. Alright, so we're just going to place in these beehives all the way across this whole floor. And this is going to be our flooring. And like I said, I'm excited for this. I think it's going to look really good. So you guys can let me know what you think. But yeah, so we need some room down here for some redstone that is going to be used in a couple other builds like this one here and this one here. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and put in the floor. I'm going to have to put down some torches because it is going to get dark in here. And I think I'm going to have to go ahead and fix up this flooring or this floor and these walls and stuff and make them look the way that they are supposed to. And I'm going to go ahead and build up this farm here. We'll come back, we'll check that one out, and then we'll move on from there. Alright guys, there we go. So we've got the cocoa bean farm all ready to go. I've kind of left this open just so I can show you how it works. So I did extend the wood down and up one, so the roof would be here. You can kind of see that. Well, I guess the roof would be here to be covering those, and then the floor's going to be here. And that's just so when these pistons push, you don't see the pistons, you'll just see the wood. You don't have to do that, but I decided to do it. So here's the cocoa bean farm. The way this thing works is, which I think it's cool that these buttons work through the beehives or the bee nests, whatever they're called. I think that's pretty sweet. What are these called? Beehives. Yeah, okay. So when we press this button, it's going to send a signal to this redstone that lights up this block that, well, not lights up, but, you know, when I say lights up, it means that it powers it. It's going to go into this repeater, and down here we have a piston for a monostable circuit. It's going to shoot this up, send one tick, come through this way, and push all of these pistons here. Now, when that happens, I'm going to fly up here. When that happens, this observer here sees that this block is in front of it, so it sends a signal to this piston here that pushes this redstone block that goes this way, and then it's going to only allow this to send one tick and the amount of time for this to push down and come back up before this comes back over so that this piston or this observer can see again. If we didn't have this here, then it would just continue to shoot and shoot and shoot and shoot because it would see this piston arm and it would send another signal. And it'd see this piston arm and see another signal and it'd keep going. So we've got this here so that that doesn't happen. Then it sends a signal all the way through here to push these pistons back down. So you will see this thing shift up and then shift back down. Boom, boom. And I guess you got to give it a second. Boom, boom. There we go. Boom, boom. And you can see that happen there. So that's working perfect. What you would do now is just plant your cocoa beans on there. They would grow up. You would press the button and then it would harvest them like that. Obviously it would land on this because I'm about to fill this back in. But there we go. We got 8 of them back. And we want to make sure that we put these at the correct level here. So that looks like it is this level here. There we go, just like that. So we'll let those grow. You can see our vines have grown some as well. So we can actually come over here and grab some shears. Here we go. We'll grab these shears right here. And we can do just a few more of these so that we can move them around and place them in other places so that these continue to grow. So we'll put one there. And we'll put some going this way. Looks like we need just 2 more. There we go. And that should be the whole thing. There we go. Awesome. So that whole thing is filled out there. That is good to go. So now what I'm going to do is fill in this flooring here. It looks like the cocoa beans are already starting to grow. I'm going to fill in this floor here. And then I'm going to start working on the bamboo section over here. And this does take a little bit of area. But it is a bamboo farm that seems to work really well for what we're trying to do. I tested this and made this in a test world, so it seems to be working really well. So we are going to go with that. Don't need that one. I need this one. So yeah, let me go ahead and work on that, and then we'll come back. We'll check that out, and we'll start doing some like decorations and stuff. Oh crap, there we go. So I have tested it, as you can see there. But we've got the bamboo farm in, and I kind of just want to show you how this works. So we've got 2 dispensers here that have bone meal, and there is bone meal in these. Here we go. Is this not flowing in? It should be flowing in. Okay. I think what... Oh, I see what happened. I see what happened. Okay, so let me do this. Just hit myself. Alright, let's grab one of these. There we go. And we're going to replace this guy here. There we go. With this guy. Break this and place that. There we go. Okay, so now it should be getting bone meal, which it is. Okay, so I had to do that so that it would make it get bone meal when it was turned off. Because if we didn't have this little circuit here, then it wouldn't be getting bone meal when it was turned off because these hoppers would be powered. So, alright, so how this works is we got the two dispensers. They've got bone meal going into them. We've got some chests and some hoppers. This one's extended a little bit farther just because we've got some redstone up here. And we wouldn't be able to get into that chest if we didn't do it that way. And then we've got more bone meal coming over here. So we've got a lever here that goes and powers this redstone line and powers this redstone line. So we've got an observer clock here. Whenever this is powered, whenever the redstone coming out of the observer clock is powered, then it won't do the clock. It looks like it does. You can kind of see that blinking like that, but it won't do it. It won't do it, okay? So we've got this line coming this way that goes into a torch to invert it, and it goes into this piston. So when we turn it on, this piston pushes a block here and allows this signal to travel through to power the dispensers to do bone meal on to the bamboo. So if we had this just constantly going this way, that's where this would be powered here, and these hoppers couldn't push bone meal into the dispensers. So we did this, so whenever it's turned off, it pulls this block back so that this does not stay powered, right? So now when this is powered and this is pushed in, that is going, and what happens is, come around to the front, both of these, oh, it just grew itself. I got confused. Yeah, it will grow itself and constantly or occasionally shoot off, which is fine. That'll keep it, low like this, and it won't break the system. But whenever this gets bone meal and it grows up to this point, this observer here sees that. It sends a redstone signal. I cannot keep on doing this. Sends a redstone signal to this piston here that breaks that, right? It breaks the bamboo. So when it breaks the bamboo, all of the bamboo gets pushed off, obviously, and then it's allowed to grow again, coming up, hitting this, getting pushed, growing, coming up, hitting this, growing, all that good stuff. So that just constantly goes, and it is pretty fast. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. Obviously, the ceiling will be enclosed in, so none of those items will get stuck up there. And I'm also going to fill in a couple blocks. You can see back here. Those might just be fallen, but I can fill in some blocks back here just to make sure no more bamboo gets shot back there. But there we go. We turn the system off, and this should still be getting bone meal, which it is, and it can get bone meal occasionally when the system is running too. So that works. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and fill in some blocks back here, and I think we're going to start working on the decorations. So I think I'm gonna have a door here and a door here, and that way we can get back here and access the redstone. But I do kind of have a design that I'm wanting to do for this area. And obviously down here, all of this needs to be probably put to this jungle plank just so it looks a little nicer. I think that'll be okay. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in those areas back there. I have been taking these and breaking them as I go and filling this in. We can also do it on the sides here, and we can do it on the back. That's why I wanted to use the observer up here. But yeah, so I'm going to do that. And then kind of do a little bit of decorations, kind of build up the place a little bit, and then we can do some decorations together as well. There we go. So we've almost got this whole place done. I'm going to go over a couple things here. So I did put these fences up so no mobs can get in here. All we got to do is hit this button. It'll let it down, and it'll push it right back up behind us. We got some light green paned glass in the sides here, And then we've also got some torches under some green carpets, which is looking good. We've got some chests back here for all of the supplies that we've got on both sides. And we've also got some crafting tables. We got a door to access some redstone back here. And also this has been filled in. We've got some green, light green stained glass back here. Also, we can kind of see the redstone, which I think is actually kind of cool. I put a bee's nest there, and yeah, I think that's looking pretty sweet, right? Pretty sweet. So there's a couple things we need to go over here. First off, for this area here, obviously we've got the button that's going to move that up and down, just like that. And we can do that one more time just to show you. Down, up and down. There we go. I said down first, but there we go. All right, now we've got some of these shears. We got mending and unbreaking shears. So I kind of wanted to show you guys this. So if I break this block here, we have a dropper down here that has cocoa beans in it for some reason, but that's okay. We're going to take these shears and we are going to throw those into here just like this. And we've also got some hoppers here so we can have some additional. Now, whenever we want to shear this, all we got to do is press the button and that will usually come up. Let's try that one more time, I guess. We'll throw that there, put this here, we'll press the button. And okay, well, that's usually works. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, so it looks like I just need to fill that in a little bit, which is not that big of a deal. Let's just grab some blocks here. And let's do this one. It really doesn't matter what blocks we use. We can just use these, turn these into this. And we'll just fill this in just a little bit here. So we've got a torch there. So we'll fill this in. We'll fill this in. Fill all of this in. Do the same thing here. And then kind of do the same thing along the bottom. There we go. And this should prevent it from doing that. And technically, I don't need that torch there. So we'll do something like that. And let's just get up out of here. We'll just throw a pearl to get out. Perfect. All right. And you can't middle click these beehives. I don't know if that gives it like, what you call it, MBT data or what. But all right, we press this and it might be going in here. Oh, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. All right. So what I'm going to have to do is just put some glowstone there. That is fine. Or actually, I could, let's see. Let's take, nah, it's fine. It's fine. We'll leave it for now. And I'll get some glowstone. But anyway, so we get our shears here. And we can come down through here. And we can grab all of the vines that we'll ever want. There we go. We can take these guys and we can put them back over here. If we need to put them back on there, that's fine. We can press Q here, and that's going to send that shear right back down into the dropper down there. So I'll just fill those in. That's no big deal. Honestly, I might want to do that anyway because I'm not liking these smoke particles. You can kind of see the little bit of the torch there and see the smoke particles. So I might change that out for shroom lights or redstone lamps or something like that. That's fine. That actually helps me out anyway. Also, let's go ahead and take this stuff and let's move it over here out of our way. We got our cocoa beans, so we can take these guys and we can run them all along here. And then whenever they're ready to go, all we got to do is press the button. I did have to do a little bit of adjustment to the redstone up there so that we can put a roof on this thing. But everything is still working the way it should, as you saw a while ago when I pressed the button. So that is all good. No big differences there. But we can place all of these guys in here and have all of the cocoa beans ever growing that we're ever going to need. There we go. And I don't know why I keep clicking. We can just hold it down. This works just as well, if not better. There we go. And then we can run them here as well. There we go. So we got all the cocoa beans in there. Perfect, perfect. And this should still be working, which it looks like it is. That's awesome. We are going to have to probably get some more, I'm about to say gunpowder, but more bone meal in here at some point. But we'll turn that off. There we go. And then we can also do the same thing and just throw those over in that. So that is pretty much the build. There's a couple more things I want to do down here. Let's see. I want to do this. Let's make just a few of these. There we go. And I want to put some of these in the corner. So in each corner, I want to put some of these. We're going to put this right on top like this, and we'll just make them 3 tall, just to give it a little bit of characteristic there. I think that looks good. We'll do the same thing over in this corner as well. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll do the same thing inside here in the corner. So right here and here, 1, 2, 3. And last but not least, we'll do this one over here as well. There we go. Perfect. All right, so we can head up out of here. That's looking good. That's looking good. We do have some signs here if we're wanting to put, like, you know, bamboo or whatever, but I don't think that's necessary. I thought about that yesterday, but I don't think that's necessary anymore. So the only thing that's left to do here is we need to obviously do the lights in the floor, so I'll do that off camera. But we also need to do the ceiling gear, and we've got a little bit of redstone that we need to work around. So I'm thinking something like this is going to work just fine, and then we'll come up one more block, and it can all just kind of meet in the middle. So I think that's what I'm going to do right now. Just go ahead and put a roof on this thing. Once I get the roof on, I'm going to go get some glowstone or shroom lights or something like that, and put those down in the bottom. Awesome. There we go. So I got all of the lights switched out for shroom lights, so now we don't see those particles anymore. And if we press this, we get shears. We can wait for that to come back up. We get more shears, 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 shears. Okay, I think you get the point. So it is working now, so that is awesome. We can just throw these right back down into the hopper there. Perfect, perfect. And we've got our storage going here. We already got so many cocoa beans and some bamboo. I put some more of the vines up in some spots that was missing, just because I'm not going to get those right now, but we will use this place probably a good bit, because vines and recently cocoa beans I have been needing a lot. And then I was like, well, let's just throw some bamboo in there too, because I'm sure we will be using that. All right, so we come out here, and you can see we have got the roof done, and I did a little kind of funky little thing there on the corners and in the middle, just to kind of break it up just a little bit and then raise the top up some. Some of that had to do with the redstone, some of it just had to do with I didn't want it to look the same throughout. But this place is looking great. This place is looking absolutely awesome, and I am loving it, and I hope you guys are as well. But there is one more thing, guys. There is one more thing that needs to be done. Boom. There we go. We got the micro farms in there. I don't know why that little piece there is like that, but whatever. That's fine. It does kind of look, it does kind of look like a turd there, but it is in our mapping area, so we've got to put it on there. I want to start putting some more stuff in our mapping area, right? Because we've only got the library, the micro farms, the mega base, and then way up there, the creeper farm, right? So we need to put some more stuff in our area, and since this was in our area, we have to put it there. So that's pretty cool. And you can kind of see how far away it is, or actually how close it is from the mega base and from the library, which we are going to fly over there really quick. You guys have seen flying from here to the mega base or vice versa, but you haven't seen this just yet. So we're going to fly over here. It takes, what, like 4 rockets on average, something like that. I think I used 3 to get this high. But I kind of just want to show you guys what this looks like when you're flying up to it, because I think it looks great. I think it looks really good and really cool. So I kind of wanted just to show you. But yeah, there we go. So we got like 4 rockets or whatever, and we should be coming up on it at any second. There it is right there. Check it out. This thing is looking cool. I really do like how we've got it kind of open like this, and we've got the green glass in there, the light green glass, and we can fly right in here. But yeah, this place is looking absolutely awesome. I love it so much, and I want to hear you guys' feedback. I want you to let me know what you think, if there's something else we should do, something else we should add or take away, whatever that might be. But this place is looking really good. We got our micro farms in here, and the aesthetics and everything are awesome. So just let me know down in the comments what you think. and we've got it on our map because I do want to start putting some more stuff in our mapping area. But that's pretty much going to do it, guys. I really do hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please just hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and hit that notification bell so you get notified when I put out another video. That's going to do it, guys, and I will see you in the next episode. This has been Dylanrhyne, and I am out.